getting it all moving right there. Come out of the flame, pull that apart, use the flame to cut it. Discard of the glass that I'm not going to be using there. Heating up the tip a lot like you did with the mushroom. Turn this down a bit. Gather on the very end here. Let gather up. The larger you gather, the larger your marble is going to be. Nice hot tip there. Just letting it collect. Letting the heat of that glass fall back onto itself there at that low angle to allow the glass to gather up into a nice little ball. And I come vertical above my graphite pad, and as I make contact with that, I rotate it and just smash it into a little disc. If you want to straighten it out, you can hang it out on the marmer. Not really that necessary. So basically what you've done here is create like a little canvas to do your image on. Whatever you do here on the outside will be a mirror image on the other side. So we're just going to do a basic pattern. But one way to think about this, if I wrote my name on here, I would have to write it backwards, otherwise it would come out. It's like writing your name in the mirror. It's a mirror image. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's the closest thing probably done.
So I'll take a color of any sort. This one looks good. I like to use those fumey colors, like this one is like a silver stripe. Make sure the surface of that little disc you create is hot enough to stick to. And if you want, you can try to do your... What did you do, bro? Sorry, man. Yeah, just chilling out the house. Yeah.
Okay, so y'all see that's how they need to be.
Come on by. Oh, wait. Yeah, maybe here in a bit. Got a couple homies over, but give you a shot here a little later, see what's cooking. Sick, let's get them up. Let's do it. Now, reference point, but we're just going to do a bunch of dots. And the way that I have to do these dots, I have to spread them a little bit based on the size of the dot. The thicker the dot, the more it's going to spread. So you basically try and anticipate how much that dot is going to spread, so that when it spreads, it doesn't just fuse the other dot next to it. So I give it a little spacing, basically. I'm just starting this sort of, symmetrical pattern. Doing a dot on either side, sort of dissecting this canvas here, this flat disc, into 4 hemispheres. And now I'm going between those dots. Trying to squeeze as many dots in here as I can, but I'll keep this one pretty basic. And then if you want, you can take another color even.
Ooh, that's ghosty.
And do like a tiny dot with less material in between those dots. And really, this doesn't have to be a dot, it can really be any shape, but start with the dot. I'll add some other concepts to this later that you can utilize to play with the patterning of the glass. Alright, so I've done all these dots around. Got to this is where I started realizing that everything is very geometric in life. And through geometry can create consistency, consistent patterns. But this is more of just the empirical measurement of the eye. So I'm just heating it up on the face of this, allowing those dots to sort of melt into the glass, right? And as these dots melt into the glass, well, yeah, they're literally going into the glass. And essentially, what I do is once I get this melted in, I encourage these dots to go further into the matrix of the clear glass by continuously giving it little pats. You can already see Some of the depth is being created here in the background. And what I'm doing is just slowly pushing those dots. Repeat. Further and further into the glass. Right now I'm heating it mostly on the outside wheel. The reason I'm doing that is I want this clear glass to sort of engulf those dots, pushing them further up into the center of this clear mass. And I achieve that by heating it more on the wheel, you see? And also using this slightly higher angle so that clear sort of encapsulates those dots, pushing them further and further into the center. And as I continuously do this and repeat this, I'm going to slowly push those dots. Almost, I mean, you could, all the way to the other side. Creating a really cool marble pattern. But yeah, there's a lot of different other techniques that you can utilize to create patterns. This is just one. Start to see that really take shape.
Yeah, you can see that.
Slowly pushing it through. You don't want to push too fast. You definitely don't want to squat these dots in there.
I want this light pat.
Too hard, because if you press too hard, you're going to hit a wall of cold glass on the inside of that glass matrix.
Yeah.
And it basically hits that wall and it smears the dot. You're not going to get that straight, almost like the dot was just pushing directly through the glass. It's going to look more like it hit a wall, flattens it out, sort of smears the image, if you will.
Yeah.
Just heating it on the wheel. I'm just doing this as long as I want. Slowly pushing those in to the desired depth that I want these dots to go into this glass. Once I'm happy with how far I've pressed those in, now I'm just going to heat it up on the wheel again and really let those dots this time fully round out on the end there and encapsulate. Now we're going to see how far we've pressed those dots in at this point. Pretty far. This is actually how you can make really cool, intricate flower patterns. And all sort of patterns, really, but it's one concept.
It's crazy that it was flat and now it's round.
Yeah. And it could be flat again. Glass is very versatile in that way. Nice. So create a nice little flower type image. Dot pattern. One basic concept to add to your repertoire of techniques that you're starting to build. The arsenal is building. Let that cool off a bit.
And that's what I'm learning or having a problem with as well. Sometimes I punch it good, sometimes I'm fusing. So it just,
You'll get it figured out.
Yeah, it's still a learning game on which, but I'm learning. Yeah, I'm learning that I'm putting my marble a little too hot, so I'm doing it backwards. I think I got it figured out. Especially
you want the marble to be set up.
Yeah, but you want it to be cool, but just like
hot enough to stick, but not so hot that it's moving.
It's glowing even or anything. Like it should be.
It doesn't even really glow. The only reason I heat it up a little more is to give myself more time to make the move.
Right. See, and that's the thing. I'm giving myself more time and making the move quick and fusing it.
Yeah, I get it. That's all it is.
You're learning.
A little dot pattern. Quick run through the mold for a nice final touch to it.
Let me see. There we go. Got to zoom in.
Using the heat of the glass to turn a torch on. Come on, man. polish my non-existent punny mark, because that's how we do. And she's done. Quick little gander at her.
Wow.
There's the little blue dots. And then those are the silver stripe dots. Interesting looking.
Both colors.
You can do all different thicknesses of dots, you know, like so you can get different effects. And then you can do lines, you can do canes to add a different effect to it, and you can also do like, you can heat up the glass and pick the glass and sort of move the glass where you want it to kind of create and distort the lines as well to create different patterns. But we'll get into that more. Glass has crazy amounts of infinite potential. Ladies and gentlemen, boy.
There we go. That demo. I did it for y'all, but I did it for me, shit, so I can watch that whole back. So y'all already see it, but I see it too. Look at that, man.